Welcome to Storyteller. I am computerized voice, narrating stories created by Kumar.C. Storyteller, Quake. Story starts with destruction of buildings and a message of mission accomplished. Stone Cold Steve Austin as Mokyen, who is a retired GS militant. He struggled as militant in his service period, and now after retirement he gets a chance of extending his service. They were made to give tests for extending the services. If they were not cleared, they were given second choice to serve as staffs in defense offices. Mokyen gets an clear in the test, and as a result he is made to join as security guard to defense library. The grown modern world, where buildings constructed touching the space. The building's windows were consisted of building floors. One of the window-sized floor set was the defense library. Mokyen found many mysteries in library. First was the highly confidential defense research report room, which was always locked with storage of electronic sockets and research reports. Then there was shakes occurring at night, and it was said as evil spirits surrounded in the library. Then here comes Christopher Walken as the head of defense library, who is also a retired defense scientist, who is said to be the only person to have in charge and only person to enter defense research report room. Also Mokyen was got attacked by anonymous missile flying from sky. He got escaped from both attack and inquire what was going on. So many mysterious events, and here starts the story. One night the shake happens in library and Mokyen finds some spark in research room, and then he enters the room and finds that one of the electronic chip fallen from the electronic socket. He fixes it back to socket and a spark. Suddenly he finds he got moved to the first floor. Then Mokyen faints. Here he finds him in New World. There he finds a space arena. Something like a game ground and terrace. Here he finds a battle with high technology weapon. Now he again closes the eyes and turns back and opens the eyes. He finds a weapon, a grenade launcher. The weapon was floating in air. He picks it and finds a screen surrounding him, where he finds bullet icons on right, and weapon icon on left. At the top he finds a timer, level number, and life gauge icon on left with map, which expands when it's directly seen. With the eye-censored screen, he finds confused. Then he moves in the arena and finds human, robots and some other unrecognized creatures, killing each other. With the weapon and screen icons, he steps down a ditch like grave to reach the battling beings. Here he is climbing down the ditch, but he don't know it's a space where he can fly. When he gets down on the floor, suddenly a plasma gun strikes him and he breaks in pieces. We think he died, but he comes alive from a colored laser light wall. He walks from it, seeing the screen with no weapon in hand, and the life gauge has dropped 1 level out of 10. A total confusion and anger of not losing makes him to battle each other being in arena. And now death game starts. Here he experiences acceleration and is moved by stepping on a floor accelerator, which either moves the person to right or left. One more type of floor he finds to fly in space abounds, which is to towards right or left. He finds some floating objects like weapons, which use to give life and bullets to the weapon. In the interesting war, he finds a teleportal device, which is an escape way to move from one side to other of arena, with just entering in it. After teleportation he finds the gate, which was the one which brought him to arena, and this is the one which makes a person back to life after getting killed by other battle being, and every 15 minutes, he finds himself in a new platform. Once arena, once a cells of structure, once a old fort, where every platform ends with black darkness. Here he realizes that he is somewhere in unknown space and only survival is to kill other beings. Here he also gets to know the other being names in the displaying screen front of his eyes. A cyborg, half human half robot, 6'10" cyborg twins visor and Gur. Anarchy, who is special with a skateboard, which makes him fly. Slash, a type same of Anarchy with the floating shoes, and Patriot and Zero. Zero played by Harry Potter Daniel Radcliffe. Aliens, Uriel, Sorlog, 9-foot tank JR. Humans, male, Sarge, Razor. Ranger played by Tamil actor Manoj Bharatharaja. Wreck, and Stripe. Female, Major, Lucy. Hunter, Minx. Other than these there is one female robot named Angel. And finally no role of battle is Orb, a single and alien robot with no battle mode. Playing side of the creator to keep eye on the last level players. Orb can't be either killed nor fighted, just a transparent being roaming around the platform. There was a situation in between these wars, where there was standstill of oxygen supply and air. Everyone used to float without any motion, like floating for a second in space. Mokyen was really feeling difficult in this circumstance. Few minutes of standstill without motion and without breath. Then there came time, where Ranger gets rescued. He was unconscious in a room, where few militants rescue him. Here comes the real story. A secret militant search operation follows, for finding the mystery of the missing people. Then here Ranger real human named Rengo was found in this operation. The mystery gets revealed. The library head, defense scientist Christopher Walken named Crane who was launching space platforms in his period as defense scientist, in which few were not operated. No one knows what happened to it. But here Crane was creating artificial ghost land in the space. So for that he made use of human soul to be insert an artificial dummy created by him. The dummy was the solid space substance, which was available in platform. This was easy to mold in any shape or recreate the same. He tested using dead alien souls at first as his research. He made a data of the soul made to react according to his command. But the big task was to connect the soul to the platform solid space substance from Earth. So he built an electrical communicating teleportal device, which is in the library research report room, with the data of the soul connected to them. Now for making it interesting, he built this platform as a gameplay, a death game called Quake. He researched the soul technique on Ding soldiers. Some were also connected with robot parts to get back to life. But with no life chance, he used them in the gameplay. In the crowded Quake Death War, Mokyen and Ranger were few who entered unfortunate. They entered by accident. Electrical communicating teleportal device was a fail. It was emitting some form of harmful energy, which was shaking the library building. For this Crane was having other plans of building mobile device for teleporting. He made use of codeless device of the library guards and changed it into mobile soul transportal device, through which few were teleported to Quake. It is somewhat connection to Mokyen. Missile strike on Mokyen was also one of the cause of codeless device. Now the militants started to rescue other humans, who had trapped in the game of Quake. They didn't have permission to question Crane as he is the senior defense official. So they started investigating confidentially. They found that the people whose soul is trapped in the game were kept in one room, monitored by Crane guards. They found there is only Mokyen who was able to be rescued, whereas others were trapped with soul commanded by Quake engine program. Mokyen was communicated throughout the game. The game was clear now to Mokyen. The game was to eliminate all the beings with 10 life with 45 minutes in 3 level platforms, and also militants were able to get the device of the game, which reads the program. They find that if Mokyen finishes the game every others will be rescued. In meanwhile, government gets the information of this and commands to arrest Crane Mokyen now reaches the final level. Ranger Rengo tells him there was only person Stripe who was able to reach the last level and now you are the one. Mokyen battles the end 5 minutes with Tank JR, where Orb was stopping him, by communicating Tank JR his hidden place. Crane was also in the game. He was having a teleportal watch, which used to communicate. When the game comes to final stage, Crane enters the game as a 8-legged cyborg named Stream Protector. After Tank JR gets killed by Mokyen, his metal spider leg sound was in the ears of Mokyen. His final battle was accomplished by plasma gun shoot to Stream Protector. Unconscious Mokyen was rescued by militants. After that library building gets cracked. Crane Wiz comes to real life from the game and runs from the arrest made by government. Mokyen and militants chase him. In a car rush, Mokyen hits Crane Wiz's car from front. Crane Wiz dies on spot. And the story ends here. This is true that. This is the story which was inspired from the game Doom and the series of that Quake. Thanks for listening.